Hey everyone, and welcome to another Full of Germs review. I am Germs, and this is Shazam! Directed by David Sandberg, and it is starring Zachary Levi, Mark Strong, and a lot of other people. This is part of the DC Comics movie universe, or worlds of DC, kind of tied in with all the others, but yet it's its own thing and its own world, all that. It's a comic book movie. So, yes, he's the guy with the lightning bolt. You might have seen the ads, what have you. But yes, it's all about a young boy, Billy Batson, who gains these powers of a god and becomes the mighty Shazam, or Captain Marvel, not to be confused with the other Captain Marvel, but you know, uh, for the sake of the picture, yes, we call him Shazam. This movie, ever since the trailers have come out, there have been a bit of positive, good, reactions and reviews and what have you. But of course, there have been those of course, because with the internet, it's like, I don't think so. That looks too cheesy. Brr, Avengers, I need more darkness. Brr. But I've been looking forward to this movie. I thought it looked fun right off the bat, and that's something that was much needed, especially with all the other gritty and dark DC movies and terrible Suicide Squad and all that. So I will give you the good, I will give you the bad, and everything else. So let's go quickly into the bad, get all that out of the way. So the bad, I have to say, it was a slow start. Takes kind of a minute to get into the action, but of course when the action gets going and you get to meet some of the characters, it's all good. And not all the characters are fleshed out. Some of the motivations are okay, and some characters kind of disappear. And yeah, I guess there's quite a bit to juggle, but for the sake of this film, and let's get into the good, for the sake of this film, which has been a long time coming, they actually do an amazing job with bringing this character to life, because again, this is a 14-year-old boy who gains the powers of a god. He says Shazam, all of a sudden he becomes this giant man, god, powerful human god thing, whatever. And yeah, that's something that not everyone can take seriously. It sounds like a comedy, and for the most part there's comedy in here, but surprisingly there's a lot of heart, there's some drama, and there's a bit of dark bits in it. And yeah, that's the one thing I'll say, like, all right, the ads and everything, it's best to go in this movie kind of, without knowing much. The Funko Pops ruined it for me. It kind of spoils some things. So if you're into the Funko Pops like I am, don't even look at them. Don't even see who else is part of it besides Shazam. Don't even look at don't look at spoiler reviews. Just avoid it. Go in there scot-free, and you're gonna go in there without knowing a thing, and you are gonna have a ball with this movie, as I did. So Zachary Levi, he is the star of the show. He is hilarious as Shazam. There's a lot of heart, a lot of charm to him. He is a god, with a 14-year-old boy's, mind. So he's doing all these things, he's got these powers and he's trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, he's still just a kid. So you can tell it's definitely big meets Christopher Reeve's Superman with this movie, with a lot of homages to all of that, and again, past DC movies and everything. So this is the role he's been born to play, is Shazam. So if there's any reason to watch the movie, it's for his portrayal as Shazam. And alongside Shazam is the rest of Billy Batson, Shazam's alter ego, his foster family. Definitely starting with Freddy, played by Zach Dylan Grazer. Freddy is basically the comic relief. So when he needs to be serious, he will be serious. But for the most part, yeah, he's a funny little kid Like, he shows up and he's just got this sense of humor. He's just witty, like comeback after comeback. And yeah, he's the heart. He's the fanboy. He's all of us that have followed all the comics. And if your friend or family member becomes a superhero, he's right there. It's like, oh, you should do this and you should do that. And it's so much fun to follow alongside him and his journey and Shazam's journey. And also with the other kids, all the other kids, they play their part. The parents are fun too. But the other kid that's worth mentioning as far as in the family goes is this little girl, Darla. She is adorable. From the second she shows up, you're gonna be like, she's my favorite character. She is my favorite character. She's just adorable. Like, I just looked at my wife and we're just like, oh, she's a little cutie. So it's, and whenever she's on screen, she adds to so much to the heart. I have to say, Mark Strong. I think I've heard it from a couple people that wasn't their favorite part. But when he shows up, I think Mark Strong is such a great actor that, good or bad role, he is so dependable. Especially when he's the villain, he's great. He's not 100%, he's not my favorite villain of all time, but he does a good job with what's given to him here. He is a menace. People will die, things will get screwed up, buildings will be destroyed, things are gonna happen. And Mark Strong is a threat in this movie, and I bought it. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. He is just a bad dude. So, and it's good to have that. Again, he adds to the darkness of this movie, and I enjoy that. It's like, you kind of need that to when, you know, the good stuff and the happy stuff and the family stuff happens. It's like, okay, he had me sold. Now, I should mention too that as much as it's a superhero movie, again, with all those dark parts, there's quite a bit of, you know, darkness to it. So maybe the little tiny little baby kids should not be allowed to see this one just yet. But, you know, 8-year-olds and whatever and above, I'd say they are gonna love this movie, and they're gonna want to be Shazam and all of their friends and, you know, all of his friends and family and what have you. And it's just, this movie is a ball. Like, I know if I was a kid and I watched this movie, I would be like I want to be Shazam. Shazam is a badass, and you're gonna love this movie. For the kids and the kids of heart, you know, kids of heart, whatever the saying is, me dumb. This is 12 a.m. in the morning. I'm doing this. I had so much fun with this one. I want to see it again. I highly recommend it. Again, you don't need to know any of the other DC movies or comic book movies. Just go in there and expect kind of a campy, fun, you know, time at the movies. So I had my nachos, I had my icy. I've had a good time with this one. So, and also there's post-credits. I should give you some of the other things. There's post-credits, so stay there. You know, don't expect like, ooh, it's gonna be this and that. It's just fun, and everybody stayed during the movie, and we had a good crowd. So that made a big difference as far as, you know, the showing goes. Everybody laughed when they had to laugh, and everyone was shocked when they had to be, and people were clapping, you know, for most of the movie. So I think that's another reason why I have to watch it again, because I might have missed a couple jokes here and there. But even if not all the jokes landed, it's just like, I want to see it again. I just had so much fun, and that's what you want from the movies. So again, if you didn't get it yet, I highly recommend it. Go watch it as soon as it comes out, April 5th, or if it's already out by the time you watch this video, go watch it, please. Support awesome movies like this. So that's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've seen it, let me know down below what you think. And what's your favorite DC movie? I have to say, maybe this is up there. Man of Steel is right there, neck and neck, and then Wonder Woman, and then Aquaman, and then whatever else is down below. And I mean, as far as the recent DC movies, it's always like Dark Knight for me. Anywho, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff I say all the time, but please do it. Please, please, please. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I am also ad full of terms on all the things. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.